What's up, everybody? Monday Night Football, RotoGrinders, NFL Pre-Lock Show. Right here. We're everywhere. We're on RotoGrinders. We're on YouTube. You can catch us everywhere. I'm the Luch. I'm here with the Chief Will Priester and Drizzy. We got a special guest. Andre Alford's going to drop us some same-game parlay heat tonight. So what's going on, fellas? Chief, I haven't talked to you since we recorded Food for Thought earlier today. It's been quite some time.
Yeah, man. Very long time since we got together, but nevertheless, we're back again. There it is. We're back again, ready to talk some DFS, some showdown. Got our good friend Drizzy in the building, multi-million-dollar winner. Drizzy.
I mean, speak that to existence. I like that. I like the way you speak into existence because we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna win multi-millions coming up soon. But it's good to be in the building. Though it feels like a reunion though, because like I remember us three used to do a couple shows together. Like we gotta get the band back together, do something soon. So let me know, and I'm always down for anything, man. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about the Parlay IQ tool. Was able to get a video out, so I'm gonna do one real quick for you guys. I'm gonna share my screen real quick for you guys. We're gonna talk briefly about what are some of my picks that I like tonight. It's kind of going to be honestly kind of late with the betting as far as the lines. It might probably have caught up already, but these are some of the picks I do like today. I like my boy Miles Sanders to get over 6.5 rushing yards. I think that's a prop he should be able to easily accomplish today, especially without whatchamacallit back there. He's not the DN is still not back. Chase Young is not back yet, so I like that a lot. Gibson get over 35.5 rushing yards. I think that should be able to be easily accomplished today with Philadelphia's line, even though they are a good line. I think that should be something that he'll be able to achieve, especially being the lead back there. And then we got Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry. We got Dotson coming back. So I think while Dotson, will be probably on the inside and outside, I think if you move Terry around on the inside, I think he should be able to get that 51.5 yards easy today. And then I like Dallas Goedert on the other side to get over 40.5 yards, as we know that Hurts looks to his tight end a lot and tries to get this out there. So I think this has a great chance of hitting today. Take it. It's plus money. You can get it. It's actually plus 1150 on, as you can see, it should be. And right now I'm getting it for plus 1540. So go lock that in on FanDuel right now. We got 40 minutes before the game, not even 20 minutes before the game. Go lock that in, and I think that it should be able to hit today. Let's get this first W today against these Washington Commanders, and also if you want the bonus, add the Philadelphia money line as well. I like that a lot.
Who's having the ceiling game? Who do you think goes crazy? Anybody?
Yo, honestly, I think the ceiling game. Just because I saw this guy on Twitter who has a parlay going, I'm gonna wish him the best of luck with that. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be Sanders that's gonna have the ceiling game and go for 110 rushing yards. That's what he needs to get that $5 to turn, I think, $10,000 to $132,000. So that's what the ceiling game is coming from today, I think.
Man, can he go ahead and hit that cash out button?
Oh, they actually offered him a manual cash out of $21K.
I would have taken it easy.
Yeah, I would have taken it, but he said he round robbing it already, so he's already good. He already had a lot of money coming in from the round robin.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, listen, okay. If he went with the R&R, I got no qualms. But yeah, even still though, I might have hit that. I might have just said, you know what, 21K is real good right about now. But hey, I can't blame the man for saying, nah, let's get this thing up to six figures, especially since he's already put a few duckies in the bank. So good for that guy.
Yeah, maybe he's the alt total whisperer. I mean, Washington's good against the run. Miles Sanders is the only guy X'd out of my player pool tonight.
No, I understand.
One of us are going to be really sad.
I hope he gets it. I think he could get it. I hope he does, and I hope that my parlay hits off of it too. So I'm actually gonna post it on on Twitter right after this, so that way if y'all want to try to get it in and look for it, you can. Also add the Eagles money line to that, because that would increase it a little bit more. You gotta take some chances in gambling just to win. So I think it's a good shot to win. and I'm gonna try to post million. I'm also gonna be coming out with a new thing on my Twitter. It's gonna be called $1 Million Mondays. I'm gonna be posting $1 Million parlays on Mondays on my Twitter and try to put that out as soon as we possibly can. Just want to get that little plug in there real quick.
Love that. Hey, what's your favorite thing about Parlay IQ before we let you get out of here?
The percentages and it tells you how much like plus odds like it tells you like pretty much like how much it should be against the books like for instance plus 11%, plus 20%. That stuff means a lot. That matters a lot. Like it should be a lot more, and it should be a lot higher. And things are not taking it. People are not taking it with that percent with that plus EV. So to me, if you get in those bets, it helps you make smarter picks instead of just picking. Like sometimes, even though I feel like I try to be cautious and make as really good smart picks as I can, but it helps you really hone in on good plays and making sure you're stacking them up correctly. Now then it's at that point up to the players to hit, but that's just how also the game goes and also not get hurt. So let's hopefully have a good night.
That's what's up. Awesome. Thanks for popping in, man. We appreciate you. Go check out Andre on Twitter if you want to tail his parlay, and he puts out a bunch of SGPs for the Monday and Thursday primetime games. What's your Twitter handle, Dre?
It is Drizzy26 _ DFS. You can catch me on there, or even Instagram Drizzy26. Pop in anytime in my inbox, and I'll be able to respond to as soon as I get back. It's right there actually on the screen. So go lock that in anytime, and I'll have that out in the next 5 minutes or sooner.
Awesome. Well, thanks for popping in. Go finalize your stuff. I know you probably got a lot going on, so we appreciate you, man.
Nah, anytime, and good luck. I'll catch y'all later.
Thanks, Dre. Appreciate you. Chief,
yes, sir.
We got an NFC East game. Eagles are pretty heavy favorites here. So if you're okay, Jalen Hurts is the optimal captain. That probably goes without saying. Am I right? Not like he's not going to be optimal. What I'm saying is if you're playing optimally, if you're playing optimal type lineups and you want a high floor and a high ceiling combos, probably Jalen Hurts.
Well, yeah, I guess what I'm going to say is this. He's the one guy that can absolutely bury you if you don't have any exposure. Let me say that. So optimal, maybe. I mean, I do value the salary relief in the captain spot. The problem is, which one of these wide receivers is actually going to go off tonight and help you actually take this thing down and then get it enough for the other side to make it work. So what I will say is, we kind of talked about this on the pod earlier, just in regards to this game. I think, or maybe we talked about it afterwards. I think we talked about it after the pod. But if Washington is going to shut down the run game, then Jalen Hurts may very well just be teeing off through the air tonight. If you think Jalen absolutely goes over 300, then he's probably going to be optimal, because that means he's not only does he have the passing yards, he's probably got touchdowns. I do still think that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to handle Washington, and I don't think Jalen's going to have to throw for 300 tonight. Just my 2 cents. I don't think he's going to have to. But in terms of the captain, I do feel like Jalen absolutely is the one smash. It's kind of like a Lamar Jackson slate, where if he's on the slate, it's like, do we really want to fade Lamar at captain? Generally, we don't. I think I did talk to you earlier. Look at that. We were talking earlier. How about that? Talked about the fact that Jalen's rushing yards have come down over the past couple of weeks, and it's kind of like, will he need to actually run around today to beat the Washington Commanders? I feel like the answer is no, but I'm also worried that Jalen could absolutely pick up 2 rushing touchdowns with ease and have 10 yards rushing. And if he does that, like, he's pretty much soaking up all the points. So if you're feeling a little, I don't want to say risky, let's call it FOMO. If you've got fear of missing out, you probably just need to go ahead and get as much Jalen Hurts captain as you can. And I don't think it's going to hurt you in any type of single entry situation.
Yeah, I don't mind that. And that offensive line is fantastic. Those pockets he's thrown from, they're so clean. He has so much time. You could get 8 hours of sleep in that pocket, wake up and get rid of the football, I feel like. And everything's clicking for Philly for the most part. I'm kind of thinking along the same lines as you. I'm looking at a bunch of numbers, looking at gridiron IQ, Washington's top 5 against gap run and zone run. Miles Sanders' worst game of the season was against Washington. Now, history doesn't repeat itself, and teams make changes and adjustments, of course. But it's still my favorite type of script to lean on is the Eagles are going to have to throw. They might not be trailing, but I think Washington will fare well against the run. That's my favorite lean. Now, it's the NFL, and, if Jalen and Miles Sanders run an RPO and someone misses an assignment or a tackle and there's a 70-yard broken play, then so be it. And I'm probably buried. But I kind of like the idea of maybe one of these two receivers, in A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, gets a lot of the volume and has a big enough day to be optimal a captain with that little bit of salary relief you get going from Jalen Hurts at 18.3 to either A.J. Brown at 59 or Devontae Smith down at 12K. Now, of course, A.J. Brown has the higher floor, Chief, but we can't knock the volume that Devontae Smith is seeing most games. He's definitely more boomer bust. I don't know if you like narratives, but it's his birthday too. Narrative.
Yeah, we already know.
Incredible too. So there are plenty of ways to go here. And, you can see Hurts is projected to carry well over 30%, as Rob has it up on our screen here. And GPP players dream tonight. Go anywhere else other than Jalen Hurts if you're feeling froggy. If you want to hedge yourself a little bit, maybe play something smaller with Hurts to captain. Maybe bet on some Jalen Hurts overs if you're in a legal sports betting state or something like that, if you're not picking Jalen Hurts to be the guy. So let's do this. Let's make a non-Jalen Hurts build here. Who are you starting with at captain and why, Chief?
I think it's got to be one of the receivers. And by receivers, I am including Dallas Goedert. I don't think he has, in a general sense, as much upside as the other guys if they're catching, 5 or 6 balls and running the yards up with big plays. But I definitely think it's a volume play. Like, if you look like the other day, this guy had 8 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown. Now, do I think that's actually going to happen on a Devontae Smith birthday game night? No, I do not, actually. This is one narrative I think I'm actually buying here. Devontae Smith, if you don't mind, Justin, where did he play college football? If you don't mind just letting the people know.
Where are you going with this, Chief? Where are you going with this?
If I'm not mistaken, I think Devontae Smith played football at the University of Alabama. Dare I say he may get force-fed a couple balls. I'm not a big narrative guy, but I do think in this particular situation, like, they may say, look, man, let's at least get you a touchdown for your birthday. Right? Like, wouldn't that be cool?
It'd be cool.
I don't know how much you guys have played sports. I've played sports, and so, it is a team game, don't get me wrong, but on special occasions like this, I'm telling you, in the locker room, these guys know, especially on offense, hey, man, it's Devontae's birthday. Like, if we can draw something up to scheme him open for a big one, like, let's do it. Let's scheme him open. I didn't play football. I played basketball. But let me tell you something, man. If it was your birthday and whether you were rolling or not, it's like, hey, man, how old are you going to be? 30? Oh, man, let's get you a 30-piece tonight, right? Let's get you a 30-piece out here. Doesn't matter who you are, unless you're like a really like low-level bench player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anybody, but if you're playing significant minutes, they're not going to force you and run you into bad situations. But they'll say, hey, man, let's get you a birthday double-double.
The fact that both of you have come on this show and stolen my Monday night birthday narrative bit is very upsetting to me, just so you know.
Well, so Rob, we actually didn't steal this, by the way. Luch and I talked about this like way earlier today, like before we even got on with you. Like, this is something we discussed.
My bit is I come on and I usually upset Blender by mentioning whose birthday it is, and that's who you should play that night, and he loses his mind. So it's upsetting that this is going the other way. I'm being reverse Blendered right now.
Look, full disclosure, I'm not like birthday narrative central, but in this particular situation, man, sometimes you just got to read the room. And when's the last time Devontae's had a big game? It's been a few games. You know, I mean, his yardage totals have been way down the past few weeks. Hey, squeaky wheel, birthday squeaky wheel is going to get the oil tonight, fellas. In fact, that's going to lead me to my captain. Just go ahead and lock Devontae Smith in. 7 catches, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's just roll with that. 7, 110, and 2.
Rob, is your new morning routine wake up and go on safari NFL birthdays today? See what pops up?
We do some research before the show now just to keep the bit going. But is that a real site? Because that would be the best.
No, I don't know. I mean, you can Google it.
Well, now we have to own it because you said it on the RotoGrinders ear. We have to register that domain now.
If you guys are into like domains, you better go ahead and buy that one and then sell it for a lot more money.
We can at least get a tab on the RG homepage, the narrative tab.
Yeah.
Birthdays. No. We're not letting RG in on this one. We're gonna go and set that domain up, buy it, and then sell it for
on RG. They're already in there. We're about as in as we could be in right now, Will.
That's the cash cow. That's the cash cow build.
Well, hopefully we're the cash cow after Devontae Smith goes off tonight. But hey, if you want a number side of this, Washington's been pretty good defensively. They do give up the second highest target percent to wide receivers, though. And again, history doesn't repeat itself, but the last time these two teams met, both receivers got a lot of volume and converted fairly successfully. Now, is that going to happen again? Again, I don't know. When these two teams played, the Eagles won fairly handedly. It wasn't a super blowout. Carson Wentz also played that game. Now, let's talk about the Washington side of the ball here. I have some interest in Antonio Gibson. Ron Rivera is stubborn. I want Brian Robinson to be good. He's been the less effective runner of the two, objectively. It hasn't been as good as Antonio Gibson. Now, Jaden McKissick's out, and Gibson played almost 60% of the snaps last week. First week without Gibson. You can run the football on the Eagles. Now, Washington's offensive line is pretty bad, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I don't mind Antonio Gibson if he's going to play over 50% of the snaps in a matchup where maybe he can break a long run. I think Gibson is kind of interesting here, and I have a couple large field dart throws here with Gibson a captain. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I have a couple DK teams with him a captain. I have a couple DK teams with Jahan Dotson. He was really good before he got hurt. I know hamstrings can linger. That is true, but they're coming off a bye week as well. So I think like they wouldn't mess with their young potential star receiver if he wasn't ready to go. So the stars would need to align for Jahan Dotson to be optimal. It would have to be kind of an ugly-ish game, like the Eagles not putting up a 35 spot. But those are some large field, minimal ownership dart throws I'm having in there on DK. I do like your call of one of the Eagles receivers at captain for, if you're playing something a little more serious here. Is it going to be Devontae Smith? I don't know. Is it going to be A.J. Brown? I don't know. A.J. Brown has rock solid solidified himself as a top 5 receiver in this league. He has real 40-point upside. We've seen him just destroy the Steelers a couple weeks ago. So, that's kind of where I'm at here. I also don't mind paying for the Eagles defense at flex. If you want to talk some flex spots here, Heineke's been better for fantasy football purposes that we're doing right now. He's also thrown an interception in every game he's played so far, Chief. So I think the Eagles defense is kind of in play here. Are you prioritizing anybody at flex? Like, is there anybody that's just a good price that you're looking at?
Well, I mean, I think it's got to be Curtis Samuel, right? At 6,600. I am once again expecting these guys to be behind. I'm still in the camp that the Eagles are going to be able to take care of business tonight. So I'm expecting the Washington Commanders to be behind. And as a result, I'm expecting them to have to try and push the ball down the field. And, if so, then that means Curtis Samuel and the gang are going to be getting involved. I think and the reason why I'm choosing Samuel got almost a $2,000 discount between him and Scary Terry. And it's not that I don't think Scary Terry has got big playability. Don't get me wrong here. Terry is, if he gets the targets, he's going to be incredible. But I just think, you look, Samuel's had probably an average of, 4 to 5 targets with with he at the helm. How many more of those are going to Scary Terry, just in a general sense? Maybe about double, but it's different types of targets. I like the discount, and in a game where I feel like they're going to have to pass the ball a considerable amount more being behind, I'm going to side with the dink and dunk guys, and maybe he catches 6 balls for 60 yards tonight and squeaks in the end zone.
That's fair. Let's answer some questions as we go along here, and we'll keep talking. We don't have a ton of them. EO in the chat says, what's your favorite script for tonight? We're both kind of leaning Eagles receiver and maybe a little catch-up game here. Although my favorite never going to happen script is still Antonio Gibson, a captain. We'll see. What's up, guys? Everyone saying what's up. Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Alan has a question in the chat, Chief. Would you rather have Logan Thomas, Jahan Dotson, or Jake Elliott as the last player in your large field GPP lineup?
Let's go with Dotson. And the reason being, the reason being is this. Jake Elliott doesn't have to kick a lot of field goals. The Eagles score touchdowns. So I don't even want to leave any type of anything in a kicker's hands. And it's not that I don't like kickers, because I'm team kicker, but the Eagles just don't kick a lot of them. They score a lot of touchdowns, and so I prefer to play Dotson once again in a game script that I feel like they're going to have to throw the ball to win.
And just to backtrack, EO, so Chris Jimino's Sims article here, premium article in RG, without giving away the farm here, it looks like the 2 roster builds that are popping the most are 3 3s and 4 2s. And that does make some sense. I've been landing on a lot of builds like that as well. So there's some food for thought for you. Shout out to Big Hurt Carolina guy. What's up? He says he needs food for thought tonight. It's a long one, but a good one. We go on some good rants, and thanks for listening as well. And Chief tells us about a bad dining experience he recently had at the end. So you're not going to want to miss that one.
Oh, boy. Oh, buddy.
We won't dive into that. Got any more questions? Throw them in the YouTube. Throw them in the Discord. And we will definitely get to them.
So can I say who I think could be? I wish he was a little cheaper, like in this spot tonight. I do think Quez Watkins is sneaky. Like one big play from Quez Watkins, and like you're ready to roll. Like this could be a spot where he picks up a 40-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown, something like that. I would have some slight exposure to Quez Watkins. We've got him projected for around 10%. Maybe he's a little lower than that, but I think Quez is a guy that we sprinkle in to our bills.
I agree.
Let me say this too. My boy I Got No Chill says no rush rants tonight. Not so fast. Listen and find out, people. Listen and find out.
I Got No Chill's been one of our loyal listeners since we've been in the bubble together talking NBA morning grind.
Yeah,
so big shout
I
out.
Got No Chill.
All these guys in the chat are awesome. Thank you guys for popping in. We see you guys. Don Easy, Carolina guy, aka Big Hurt. We appreciate you guys tuning in all the time. Yeah, a good time for a smash that like button plug. There we go, Rob. And what's up, Joven? Thanks for saying what's up and popping in. Quez Watkins has kind of asserted himself into Showdown NFL darlings. Like there's a list of guys whose names I'm assuming get Google searched the most during Showdown slates. Quez Watkins, Deshaun Jackson, Willie Snead every Showdown slate 2 or 3 years ago, right? It's all about playing these guys who get like 3 targets, either a 25 A-dot or a red zone Willie Snead guy, and they're carrying like 20% ownership every slate. So
let me say this.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know what to tell you.
Let me say this as well. And this is a guy that's actually going to play a ton. I do think tonight is Dallas Goedert lock button night in the flex.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not saying that, but think about it. Like he's getting so much work. Like I think it's Dallas Goedert lock button in the flex. I don't think I need him at captain, but in the flex, I'm telling you, people, get him in there.
What do you think about Logan Thomas? Super cheap, 3 targets in his first game back after missing a month. Nothing to show on the stat sheet last game. But if you're playing the Commanders going to trail script, this guy's going to play a decent amount of snaps. We know he's capable of playing football. 2,600 is super cheap on DK. You got any Logan Thomas interest? Is there any type of build that you would throw him in, opposed to other types?
I don't mind Logan Thomas. For what it's worth, I don't want Logan Thomas. Let me say that. I really don't. But I think it's a good idea to play Logan Thomas, if that makes any sense. Like, this isn't some guy I want to just throw in my lineups and hop in there. Like, I really have no interest. He could very well go out there and do absolutely nothing. And I don't like nothing in lineups. Like, and I fully understand Showdown. I know that, it's kind of an all or nothing build. These are the types of guys I typically just hit the X button on. Like, do we really think Logan Thomas is going to go out here and score 2 touchdowns? I don't think so. I legitimately don't.
He doesn't have to, though, in the flex. Like, he doesn't have. He has to exist, and he could be optimal. Like, 3 catches for 40 yards, and Logan Thomas could be optimal. He could be.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know if he catches 3. I don't know if he goes 3 for 40. Like, that doesn't even seem like a possibility in my book. I mean,
why not? You don't have a crystal ball. You can't tell me.
I mean, look, I think Dotson.
I have a crystal ball. And I just want you to know that Kenneth Gainwell is going to score a touchdown tonight.
Oh, here we go. The vulture of all. Oh, and he like snaps his fingers and he's off the stream. Look, I can It's pretty good. Hey,
Rob's here, and then Rob's gone, folks.
8:13. If you have any other questions, drop them in. We'll help you out. Should be a fun one. Before this game starts, FanDuel. If you're not playing Jalen Hurts at captain, right? Who has the highest touchdown equity? Who can post a score to rival Jalen Hurts tonight?
Got to be one of his receivers. That's it. Like, it's one of his receivers. Heineke is not any rival for Jalen Hurts, okay? The guy that rivals Jalen Hurts tonight is the receiver that goes off for 100 and catches the touchdown. Like, that's the only guy, right? Like, so let's say A.J. Brown went 5 catches, 105, and a touchdown. So he's sitting at 10, 13, 18, 24 fantasy points, right? Yeah. I think my math is right. So 105 is 10.5 plus the 3 points they're going to give you for the bonus, 13.5 plus the 5 catches, 18 plus 5 plus 18.5 plus the touchdown. So he's sitting at 24. Like, to me, that's the guy that rivals Hurts. Nobody else is going to be close. I don't think any of the Washington receivers get anything near 100 yards receiving in a touchdown. Could be wrong. I really could be wrong, but I don't think that's the case. That's not the Washington offense. In fact, I did take Taylor Heineke over 199.5, and I took Hurts under 249.5 on Monkey Knife Fight this morning. I did take that, but just because Heineke goes over 200, like, he might throw the ball to 8 people out without it being Logan Thomas. Like, that's how crazy this could be. Yeah,
we're at roster lock. Lock them up. Dan in the chat. What's up, Dan? Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you too. Said 4-2 Commanders lineup with Dotson at captain. I have some Dotson with some large field GPP darts. I don't have 4 Commanders in them though. And I understand it's unlikely he's optimal, but that's where the money is. Got the unlikely outcomes when they hit. Those are the nights you want to capitalize on. So we'll see what happens. We have hit lock. Maybe we'll get a competitive game. Maybe we'll get a blowout. Maybe Miles Sanders will kick me right between the teeth and have a fantastic game. We'll find out. Maybe Kenneth Gainwell will score first, and maybe it'll be a Kenneth Gainwell night. I'm just trying to summon our magic genie in here one more time to see who's got
That's going to be like a 13-point PPR game for Gainwell. Touchdown, 2 catches, couple, 20, 30 yards. So you're going to need him to win the tournament, is what I'm saying.
Could happen. Hey, if you're playing an Eagles ahead game script, why not play multiple running backs? And every now and then Boston Scott vultures too, but I feel like he's lower than Gainwell on the vulture chart now, right? Like, Gainwell's number 2 in line.
My best ball bags hope so.
Got any teams alive? Got any teams like looking?
Rob with the best ball bags. Yes.
Dude, I work for Spike Week. Like I'm it's me and Bime4. We're the best ball. We're the best ball.
I know.
Yeah, we got
Watch
some lineups.
this, folks. I have my light off the whole show. Like, doesn't that just suck? Man, that's just terrible live streaming by me. I am so sorry, folks. The light is on now for the last few minutes. Man,
let's start the show over. Let's just reset it.
Yeah, right. Let's do it again.
Get Andre back in here. We'll just
get him
start
back.
This whole thing over.
Well, we could always come back to this show and see how wrong we were or how right we were.
Well, we used to do this live show at Lock, like that talked about the sports betting, the live sports betting and stuff like that. And I'm not sure how successful that show was. I wish it was a success though. Like to me, that should have been like probably one of the coolest shows around, like live betting throughout the whole game, talking game script. If I had a sports book here in South Carolina, like I'd absolutely be in on it. But I can only do it from the comforts of the prop sites, mainly Prize Picks. And I will say Underdog does have second half props as well, but they don't give it to you until the first half ends. So you've got like 10 to 15 minutes to get them in, but typically they're a little soft. So Underdog has kind of become a favorite second half site of mine. At any rate, there you have it, folks. We're getting close to hopping out of here.
Rob, how do you feel about Hardee's, the fast food establishment?
Oh, I haven't had Hardee's in a while because we don't have them in the Northeast. So
great!
I did see Will's tweet.
Rob.
I did see his tweet the other day. So
don't worry, another one's coming out this week.
I like that your bad experience at one location of Hardee's you've decided to ban the entire company from
absolutely. Well, here's why. Here's why. Because I called the company. And typically, if you call the company, right, the corporate office, it was a very unpleasurable experience. Like, people don't just call, well, maybe people do. I don't just call the corporate office for an unpleasurable experience. In fact, Rob, this is the first time in my lifetime that I've ever called a corporate office to make a complaint. And to me, Karen Priester rant incoming. Gotta love Rob. I gotta love Rob. The fact that I actually had to call the corporate office, my personality, I give people a bit of doubt. This was a very, very unpleasurable experience. Very disrespectful personnel. Like I almost wanted to go back through the line, order a milkshake, receive it, and then throw it back through the window. But that would have been retaliation. But I wanted to so bad. Like that was the type of experience I received at the Hardee's. And I'm not spending my hard-earned money at any Hardee's, Carl's Jr. I could have at least gotten a call back and allowed them to check in on my experience. Now Yeezy's saying Chief Karen. That's awful. But it is what it is.
I was just gonna say we don't have them here, but I will make sure that if they try to put one in my hometown, I will go fight it. I will go to.
I'll show up at the township meeting and complain to the zoning board and tell them you cannot put this building here.
My boy Jovan, he said he's had a lifetime of bad service to explain at Popeyes. Like, look, man, if Popeyes is not giving you good service, don't give them your hard-earned money. There's plenty of restaurants you can go to and support that are going to give you better quality service.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say you guys weren't in sales. I used to do lead gen. I called a lot of corporate offices and no one ever called me back. So I never got through to anybody. So they're all on my ban list too.
Well, I was in financial sales. So I'm the person that your grandmother would come see, or your mom or your dad when they're preparing for retirement, or they're 15 years out from retirement, and they're like, Will, what do I do here? I'm the one that was putting the financial plans together. I know how to take care of them. Listen, when somebody's bringing you $1 million and they're saying, Will, look, we heard you do great things. We need you to make sure that we've got this nest egg stored up. Kids want to go to college. That's what I did, right? So I know how to take care of people, and I also know how to treat people fairly, especially in the fast food industry, right? That's a service job where people don't treat them nicely anyway. I'm a nice guy. So when you're going to give me crappy really crappy service, the company's not getting my money. I've got too much money to be giving you, my hard-earned American dollars. So Hardee's is going to get it from me. I'm going to be taking to Twitter. I've already told the people on Food for Thought. This week, it's coming out after the show. It's hashtag no BS. It stands for no bad service. But the hashtag, I'm going to try to take this thing national. Hardee's is either going to be out of business, they're going to be out of business, or I'm going to have a seat on the board. That's what's going on with me and Hardee's Corporation. And if you don't believe me, you sit on Twitter.
Is this like a 5-year plan? Like, do you have a 5-year plan for this?
This is a 5-month plan. We're going to make national news with hashtag no BS.
Hardee's heard you, and they just cut your entire feed out. They have connections. They were like, StreamYard, we know. We know.
We're gonna have to get Rob on Food for Thought.
Listen, say what you want. This is television, folks. This is what the people want, which is why Food for Thought exists. Forget daily fantasy. Let's talk about bad fast food experiences. And just like that, Jalen Hurts has a TD. Now, I don't know if it's running, passing, or what, but he has one.
All right.
It's running, so maybe I'm dead already.
Hey, Scott,
not me.
Don't you love it when you see Bart Scott up the middle to Washington 1, and then Jalen Hurts takes it in? Like, that's the game. This is how you want this game script to go.
Bart Scott hasn't played football in a really long time, but he was really good.
Boston Scott, my bad.
Great linebacker. Came out of retirement for one play. No worries, guys.
Quick score for the Eagles.
Jalen Hurts has no passing yards. Great. Sets up great for my monkey knife fight stuff. I love it.
Jalen Hurts has never eaten at Hardee's either.
No, definitely not.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he has. He's probably eating at Carl's Jr. He was out in Texas, and Carl's Jr. is big out in Texas. I'm
trying to help you not endorse Hardee's, and you're coming over and you're being like,
no,
this.
I'm not going to lie on them.
Hardee's.
I'm not going to lie at them. I'm saying he has eaten at Hardee's, probably in high school. But listen, if I've got to contact Jalen Hurts and say, hey, man, get your Texas buddies together, no Carl's Jr., it is what it is. Oh, thanks, Yeezy, because, see, we're not watching the game. We're entertaining you beautiful people. Eagles defense causes a fumble, got the ball on the 1-yard line. Jalen Hurts, 1-yard touchdown. Thank you, Boston Scott, for not being able to run the football in from the 1. You're freaking amazing.
Love it.
We're probably going to have to get out of here. So I got to get the floors waxed behind me. So,
do we actually have to get out of here?
We don't.
Like, are we contractually obligated? Now, I don't want to hold anybody up. I think people enjoyed the extra bonus content about Hardee's Carl's Jr. I know Rob did. I mean, he just put Chief Karen rant in comment. I mean, that's just classic. And I had a good time tonight, man. Good show. Good show.
Good stuff, guys.
I'm glad you had fun. We're always here for free therapy. Cheapest in town. I don't even take health insurance. So whatever you want to get off your chest. Same for you, Chad. Just let us have it. So we're out of here. Let's see what the rest of this Eagles Commanders game does. So for Dre, who's gone already, and Rob and Chief, I'm the Luch. We're gone too.